Hey guys, how are you? This is Larry Mabry with the Mawson Group, and today I want to talk about the shiny object syndrome. What is that? Well, basically, it's when someone sees something and they have a squirrel moment, they get distracted. Okay, so what is that exactly? Well, have you ever been in a situation where you're with somebody and they're just so much into their phone or they're so distracted about what's going on and you're sitting there, you're having a conversation with them and they're not like present with you? Yeah, well, that's shiny object syndrome. And it's important to make sure that when you're in a relationship that it's an equal give and take. If you're sitting there and let's say hypothetically you're having dinner or lunch with someone and they're all on their phone or they're not there and they're not really paying attention, then that's like a red flag that it's time for you to hit the road, Jack. And let me explain why. Because if somebody doesn't respect you enough to give you ample time to at least talk to you and look at you in your eye and have a conversation with you, then what's really going on with them? Something to think about. So basically, they have some things going on within themselves that they can't really focus, and they kind of need the shiny object syndrome to kind of keep them engaged, and that's a problem. And when you're having a conversation with them and they're like all over the place, it kind of disrupts the trust level because typically if you can look a person in their eye and have a person to person conversation and you notice that the person's not nervous and not shifty, that's letting you know that they're being authentic and they're coming from their heart. But if a lot of times you talk to the person and they're all over the place, you look them in their eye and they're like just, then it's like that's going to be a problem. And let me tell you how that basically will count against you. uh, a person who has shiny object syndrome typically is they're because they're so into what's going on in this flashy moment. When you have something that really needs someone to really go for the long haul, they don't have the mental stamina enough to pursue it, and so they're going to let you down time and time and time again. So and you probably had that situation where you call people, they forgot, they don't know what's going on because this thing is shining over here, this thing is shining over here, this thing is shining over here, and then your stuff is like nowhere because it wasn't shiny enough. And so you want to make sure that you align yourself with people who are able to hear you from your heart and their heart. Because a person who is aligned with their heart, then they're going to understand that it's important to listen to you with your heart because they've taken the time to respect and honor themselves. So they're going to honor you. And that's what you want in a, what I would call a healthy relationship. Now, if you're in a situation where you have shiny object syndrome, there's some recommendations I have for that. Basically, if you're interested, we can get together, we can do an assessment, and I can do what I can to help you. Click on the link below, subscribe, and reach out to me, and I'll do what I can to help you with that. But typically, one of the issues with that is we have to see what is it that you're avoiding, because a lot of times when you have that shiny object syndrome, it's because of some emotions that you've kept down that you're kind of really not trying to deal with. And so you're looking for different things to kind of distract you from really dealing with that. But when you're with a healthy person who doesn't have a problem with honoring who they are, emotions are a normal part of life. We go up, we go down, things happen. We don't let it throw us off. We just say, oh, okay, no problem, and we deal with it from a very emotionally mature spot. Then it allows us to come up with solutions and not lash out at somebody and not get mad because of the situation, because life happens. And it doesn't really matter what happens to you as far as life. What matters is how you handle the situation. And I mean, I can give you countless stories of people who didn't have arms. I mean, and they're world-renowned speakers. You have people who didn't have feet. And they've achieved certain levels in their particular professions. I can go on and on with that, but basically, these are people who've made a choice and said, you know what, the world basically gives me lemon, I'm gonna make lemonade out of it, which basically means they're gonna make the best out of it. And you could do that too, but it all depends on your mindset and what you choose to do. So everybody has a set of challenges and things that they deal with, whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're big, whether you're skinny. We all have these challenges. And don't look at it from a victim mentality. Look at it from like, okay, well, this is what I have to deal with. Let me make the best of it and keep it moving. And those people are the people who actually flip it to their advantage and actually end up helping a lot of people because they don't look at it from a victim mentality. So, so hopefully that'll help you guys. Looking forward to connecting with you guys again. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to send them in the comments. And appreciate if you guys give me a subscribe, a like, and looking forward to seeing you guys a little bit later. All right, peace and love. Deuces.